Money, sponsored by Strategic Wealth Designers.
Inflation is up almost 7% from this time last year. We're all feeling it. And that's actually raising some special concerns now that tax season is upon us. Rob Lessio joins us today with more on the impact inflation could have on taxes. So, Rob, what is the link between these two? I'm sure it's not going to be good.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty confusing issue. However, inflation is the silent killer. And what we mean by that is, as inflation starts to skyrocket, the value of the dollar goes down. Well, that means the cost of goods are going to cost you more dollars. But when you bring in more dollars, that could impact your taxes, by increasing your tax brackets and honestly paying more taxes at the register.
Oh, wow. That's true. More at the register. So you're saying, like, if people are getting raises to keep up with inflation, if they're lucky enough to be getting those, then they're just going to be paying more in taxes anyway?
Well, potentially, and sometimes they expand the brackets to accommodate for this. But however, historically speaking, wages have stayed ahead of inflation. But when it's 5.9% in November and 7% for the year, people aren't getting 7% raises. So it takes a long time to catch up with inflation when it gets real high like it is right now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, raises used to be 2 and 3%, and the thought was because the inflation was running at 2 or 3. But you don't hear about 7% raises in most industries. So, in fact, when you look 20, 30 years ago, we haven't really even kept up with inflation. So this is really a long-term problem for Americans, isn't it?
It really is. And, with the value of the dollar going to be decreasing as we move forward, it's a huge concern. Social Security actually added a cost of living adjustment of about 5.9% for the past year. And that's great. However, if inflation's 7, you're still losing out, and they're taking Medicare and taxes out of Social Security. So I think this is a big, big concern, and you need to try to plan accordingly.
Yeah, we're about out of time. You're also not getting that kind of return if you put your money in the savings account. You're still probably under 1%. We're not keeping up at all there.
No, and honestly, if you put money in the bank, if you have too much, it's really just a safe way of losing money. So it's a huge concern.
Okay, well, on that cheery note, first time I talked to you this year. Let's hope the rest of the year goes better, Rob.
That's right. Happy New Year.
About this and other business-related news, go to local12.com/community.